Okay, so what's up, guys? And it looks like the guided missile is actually returning to Fortnite, but there are going to be a bunch of different changes to the weapon this time around. It's going to be something called a backpack item, and a backpack item is just a different classification for an item. It's pretty much just a different slot. The jetpack was considered a backpack item, and I think the differences now, we're going to go through, what happened before, why it was taken out, and what they're going to be changing. But the differences are minimal, but it's obviously sort of a big thing because the guided missile, was taken out and put into the vault for a reason, and it's because it was a bit controversial with how it was used and how it not really ruined the game, but it made it just where fights were pretty annoying, and you had guided missiles going around and going around people, going to forts. You always had to build on top of you and trap yourself in, and it just changed the meta a little too much for people's likings. Just like the jetpack made it where so many fights were just so weird and lopsided, and there was someone hovering over you, and it just changed the meta too much to where it wasn't the same Fortnite game that people were used to. So adding it back in is obviously a pretty big deal. So we're gonna go through the changes right now. I'll leave a link down in the description below to Fortnite Insider. I'm just gonna be getting some information off of this. I'm gonna show you guys an image up on screen first of what the model is, slightly different from what it was before, and I'm not so sure if this is just an in-game model that was data mined. Obviously this was leaked, so this is not the exact look that we're going to be having within the game. Maybe they're just going to revert back to the original guided missile model, who knows, but maybe they're going to change slightly. So up on screen right now, this is what's in the code, so that's that. Anyway, what we have here, this is the original stats. I want to go through the original stats because obviously it's very important to figure out how they're going to change it and what obviously they need to do to it. So damage to players, the epic guided missile did 105 and the legendary guided missile did 110. Damage to environment 1000, lifetime 18 seconds, time between shots 3.13 seconds, rocket speed 1300 units per second, rocket health 100, and then they actually had an update where they decreased the maximum turn rate by 75%, and they reduced the movement speed by 15% in an attempt to nerf it, and then after that they just nerfed it completely, took it out of the game, put it in the vault. So this time around they're saying that it's going to be, the difference here is a backpack item. Now when I first saw this I was like, well, what's the difference really? It's still the guided missile. Nothing nothing crazy is changing. With the jetpack, the only thing with the jetpack is that it breaks after a while and you can't get it back, and it's a lot more rare than any other item. So this time around, I don't know if the backpack item makes it more rare, or just in general the guided missile, if it's added back into the game, it's going to be a lot more rare than it was before. Obviously, it's not anymore a simple weapon, it's a backpack item, so maybe it's going to have the same idea as with the jetpack, where it'll eventually break after you use it, and then once it breaks, then it's done, and that's it. So there's a meter below, just like the jetpack. You use the guided missile so however many times, it's probably going to be a bit more nerfed. I doubt they would bring it back to the original stats. Maybe they would, if they're thinking, okay, the guided missile, it's now a lot more rare, it now breaks after a while when you're using it, so let's bring it back to the original stats. So maybe the guided missile actually will return and it'll actually be pretty powerful, but it's going to be more rare, so that'll bounce out the odds right there. So who knows what they're thinking, but again, it's going to be a backpack item, so it's most likely going to have those characteristics. It's going to break, and it's going to be in that style similar to the jetpack. And the data mined files are in there. It's not obviously giving a date, but there's something that says in exclamation points it's back, and then you see in the files guided missile returning, whatever, and there's different codes for. I'm not going to read you guys all the code, just take my word for that. It's in the description below. And again, obviously Epic had they've not said anything. This is going to be coming in the next couple of weeks, and that's pretty much it for the guided missile. So this goes to show you, I feel like the guided missile, I honestly thought, I didn't think it would ever return, not gonna lie. It seemed like something that went into the vault, and it was just like a one-time thing that they were just like, okay, let's just throw it out there, let's see what happens. And then they're just like, okay, this is not working, we took it out, and it just didn't seem like there was ever a reason to bring it back, but I guess they're bringing it back. So, you know, who knows how long we're gonna have to wait for this, but it seems like, you know, it is returning to the game, and we'll see what happens to it. So that being said, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy. Leave a comment below on your opinions with, you know, the guided missile returning. Do you want to return? Do you not want it to return? It was fun. It was a fun item. It's a fun weapon to use. But it, you know, was a bit annoying after a while, especially so many different missiles just coming at you, and, you know, just it really was just an annoying weapon, honestly. But it was fun. It was really cool. You can ride the guided missile all over the place, and you can do cool stuff with it. So I don't know. There's pros and cons to everything, I guess. So that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Hope you guys did enjoy, and yeah, that's pretty much it. See you guys later. Goodbye.